Oh yeah,
Twatches.
show because I think at this point JJ will have heard the thing. Show him what you
That-
do. Yeah.
That
Like you really have to move your face around a lot to make those weird noises.
I'm gonna lie, I did a compilation clip of Kirk making those noises, and I go to sleep.
Hello and welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast. I'm future Brent here. When we last left the guys, they had just sort of wrapped up the the opening part of their discussion of Hollow Knight, and we're getting ready to dive in and talk about the gameplay, sound, and graphics. So I will turn it back to the guys, and we will finish up our episode on Hollow Knight. Okay, Kirk.
Yeah.
Get us back on track.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, so another aspect of the game is, well, like most Metroidvanias is, well, like Super Metroid, etc.
Sure.
You get power-ups, basically means to get you to the next area that you are meant to find because it's really the only way, or one of the only ways to get to the next area to progress the plot.
Right.
Where in, like, Super Metroid, I think they're just called power-ups, but in... Hollow Knight, they come in the form of charms a lot of the time. Charms are a little bit different. If you think of like the missiles and super missiles and whatever, in Super Metroid, charms are kind of the same thing. But
It's more like Symphony of the Night where you kind of have like a build that you can make.
These are a little more...
Most of them are permanent.
What, Hollow Knight or in the other ones?
In Hollow Knight.
Oh,
So,
there
so
are
like-
more permanent upgrades. The charms I'm talking about are the ones that are selectable.
No, but that's what I mean. Like as opposed to like some of the earlier Castlevania
Sure.
type games, where you
sure.
consume them, or like you lose them potentially if you don't manage your
Yes.
what you have.
Yeah.
Like when we watched Brent play Castlevania.
Yeah. But in Hollow Knight, there are like the more permanent upgrades. Yeah.
I didn't mean that to be I didn't mean that to be a dick. You're better at this game than I am, so it's fine. That's fair.
We'll give Brent his redemption arc and let him replay the one he wants and on camera, so he can show everyone that he's not a fool.
Mm-hmm. He's
That's
a
not
big
true.
boy. He's a big boy. He can play big boy games.
And
Also,
and
maybe I shouldn't drink fucking
crack juice.
crack juice before I play.
You live your own life, dude.
And JJ's, now that JJ's here, I can, because I talked to the other guys about this earlier. Like the reason why I haven't released even like my own playthrough of Resident Evil 2 and stuff is, like when you were there, the threshold on the mic was set so low, like it was bizarre because clearly JJ was saying something,
Right.
but it didn't get picked up on the mic because the threshold was hit so low.
Damn.
And then we were all laughing. We were like lunatics. Yeah, like what he's doing. Yeah.
God damn, Brent, you crazy, dude.
And then we'd all go. Yeah. Then we'd all go. Rah! Yeah. Like no.
Oh God, I can't believe you said that though.
Yeah, that was
Like-
really racist.
You're
shit.
cursing in my language.
Armenians, dude, really? You're
Yeah.
gonna-
Well,
they're already disparaged enough, man.
I mean, has anybody listened to fucking System of a Down recently?
Oh,
Like,
there
come
he
on.
is. There it is. There it is. Well, their guitarist, I forget his name, but I think he was the one that's a little cuckoo.
He's the little flibbity jibbity.
What the
Yep.
fuck is happening?
I don't
If you know what I mean.
Anyways,
I don't understand.
I
Kirk,
like
save
that
me.
JJ is on the same level of insane that I am. And it's like, we'll just talk about whatever. It's
Kirk,
fine.
I'm a princess.
Yep.
I need you to be saved. Please
all right,
get me
all
out
right.
of this fucking
there
castle.
are more permanent upgrades that you absolutely
Yes.
100% need to get into particular areas. The ones that stand out is kind of like the weird like teleporting through certain walls kind of
Yep.
thing, which you can use outside of that, which is nice, like teleporting behind certain enemies to attack them. And then you can get, I referenced charms. So charms are kind of like, I mean, they're upgrades, but they're also selectable, meaning like I can't remember how many there are total in the game you can have, but you can only have a certain amount selected at any given moment.
Right.
And some of them can enhance like some of those permanent abilities, for example, or they can do a simple counterattack, or they can give you more health, or any number of things.
They're semi-permanent buffs in most cases.
Yes, yeah. Like the teleport thing, like I was talking about, there is a charm that you can equip when you teleport, like, let's say, to get behind an enemy, as you teleport through them, it also damages them too. Like, it's really cool little upgrades like that, which are really, really nice.
I like the long nail because it only takes 2 slots and it increases the range of the nail.
Yes.
And it makes the downward slash a lot more useful.
Yes.
So your primary weapon is just referred to as the nail, which goes into something else I wanted to talk a little bit about. Like, it's hinted at humanity exists in this universe, but we're more or less gone at the same time. Because like we talked about Hornet earlier, right. her weapon is a needle. And it's called the needle, and it's an actual like sewing needle. Yeah.
And she uses it like one. It's like on a thread and everything.
Yes, it's on a thread and everything. So it's implied that humanity either is around or was around, or that this is more of a kind of a rule.
Well, and like on the macro scale, like what would the timeline of a bug's life be compared to like human life?
Yes.
Like, does this take place in? I was wondering about this because I haven't finished it. Does it take place in like a corpse or something like that?
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. Like, okay, I was going to drive into that. No, you absolutely nailed it. They don't really say.
Well,
but it's alluded to, like, clearly these things that are around, some of these items are made by humanity, but humanity isn't. They're not. It's not apparent that we have any influence on whatever it is that's going on.
Well, it's one of those things where I want to be clear. I'm going to say it doesn't matter, and I don't mean that what you guys are talking about doesn't matter. I mean, in the context of the story, it's not critical to them in the same way that it's like if I was telling a story about ancient Babylon, it wouldn't matter what's going on Mars. Like they're so
it's almost a different world.
Thank you. That's really good. I really like that. Thank you, Brent.
Yeah. They're
that's a really good analogy.
So they are so on a different physical scale and also like just like time scale, so different from us.
Yes.
That it doesn't matter what the world it's like the whole like Pixar is set in a post-apocalypse. It's like, well, it doesn't matter because humanity is irrelevant to this story.
I will have just a small counterpoint to that too, because clearly we have some kind of influence on this universe because of obviously Hornet using a sewing needle as a weapon. Yeah. So it's not as if
we're either there
on
or
Mars.
We have been
we
there.
just don't really have a direct influence on this particular
Exactly.
Yes. But that was a really amazing analogy.
But it's like
that.
it could just as easily be the story could just as easily be taking place on like the acreage behind my house that I grew up on, where nobody's walking around through. Like it.
Yeah.
Humanity could be there in the like broadest sense, but it's not relevant to these characters.
Yeah, like an anthill in the middle of the forest where nobody has hiked by for hundreds of years.
Well, antiquity is a big theme in this, where like things that have passed are like it's like the halcyon days are long past, and you're trying to. It's almost like trying to reclaim that or rediscover those days, and so like whatever that time scale is, like because the time scale is probably irrelevant to us. Well, but it's not to them.
Well, it has like a dark age European mythology kind of vibe to it, like a Lord of the Rings kind of vibe to it, where it's like
the fact you said
the Empire's gone.
But the fact you said European really drives home my point that clearly humanity has had some kind of influence on this bug culture, because even in certain areas, you see like the wrought iron fences.
Yeah.
Clearly they didn't come up with that kind of architecture and style on their own.
Right.
They must have seen that somewhere based off of what we did in humanity.
Yeah.
Which
That's a good point. It feels very gothic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They didn't just come up with this shit on their own, like the trolleys and everything like that, and stop signs and whatever like that.
The Berlin Wall.
You know, the more we're talking about this, the more I want to reread The Rats of Nim.
Okay.
Because it's like the more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, hang on, this kind of could be like a Rats of Nim sort of situation where you've got like smart bugs who are living
Watership Down.
Yes, or Watership Down. Like, yes, that's a great example. I'm a big Rats of Nim fan. Like that whole series. But yeah, no.
I feel like, at the risk of sounding stupid, is that kind of the same universe as like the Secrets of Nim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Secrets of Nim is the movie, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Which
is a Don
I
Bluth.
plead. Well,
Yeah.
Don Bluth is fucking amazing, but
Dude,
I mean, like, I plead ignorance.
Daphne.
I didn't realize that this was also
all
a book
he had
series.
to do was make Daphne, and I'd love him forever.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was.
Sexiest animated character of all time.
So there's a book series on this too.
Yeah. Rats of Nim. Oh my God, yes.
I'm sorry, I
No,
plead ignorance.
You should read
just
it.
don't know.
You should read it now.
Okay,
It's
okay,
still
okay,
worth,
okay.
as an adult, it's still worth reading.
This also feels kind of like a just vibe-based comment.
Yeah.
Like something that Roald Dahl might also have written.
Yes,
So it's
for sure. Although, again, we were talking earlier about writers who we loved their stories but hated them personally. Roald Dahl, another one that goes on that list. That guy, fucking asshole.
Who did I miss?
Orson Scott Card and Frank Herbert.
God damn it. And Neil Gaiman could kind of go on this list now too.
That sucks so bad because Neil Gaiman is kind of in the same category as
He wrote with one of my other favorite authors together.
I know.
I know, and
I know. But like, I'm not
Sir Terry Pratchett,
I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
amazing guy.
But like,
Sir Terry Pratchett was actually a good person.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
I get that one.
yes. But I'm not a Harry
amazing.
Potter fan. But like, I forget her name. The chick who wrote
Rolling.
J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling and Neil Gaiman are the ones that I'm like, I feel so bad for like everybody else because there's such a huge swath of like the nerd community that like those two writers are so influential for, and then they like had like big heel turns. And it's like, oh man.
You know what? Of all the ways you could have put that, you put it the most diplomatic as possible. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like that sucks.
Good Omens is one of my favorite books on the fucking planet.
And I do like that Terry Pratchett was very clearly like self-inserting as the good guy.
Yes.
He is a good guy.
Yes, and now he doesn't. And again, it's
but
one of those
Crowley
things.
is such a great character.
Oh, for sure.
Aziraphale is like lovable, but like Crowley is the one that
Yeah.
they foil each other. It's so good.
But it's like I'm very happy for Terry Pratchett that he didn't have to find out.
He
all
didn't
this
get
shit.
to live to see that shit.
Yeah, because it's like I would feel bad. Like if I had been friends with and worked with somebody so closely on something and then find out that they were a piece of shit, I would feel bad that I had put my name to something that was boosting an asshole.
But speaking of like vibes, if you like any of these things, regardless of how you feel the actors or the writers, these are good analogs or good things that kind of mirror or have similar vibes to Hollow Knight. So you'd pull some similar
Yes.
things from this.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Fucking
No.
Neil Gaiman, you god.
No, it's just I talked about the charms and the permanent upgrade.
Gameplay.
Yeah. Your weapon
Sorry,
is just
Kirk.
it's just called the nail or nail. That you can upgrade, which is really cool. I like the little weird FMV sequences where and the style it's done where anytime like you get the nail upgraded and it has the blacksmith and the beetle just fucking hammering down on it. I love the little just it's so cute. I love it so much.
So good. The art in this is so good.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can learn new techniques with the nail from a swordsmith. Again, very, very Metroidvania,
Yep.
or in the, like Castlevania Symphony of the Night kind of vibe. What I like the most about the gameplay is that I feel like in a lot of Metroidvanias they don't get gravity right. This game absolutely has tight controls and tight gravity.
Yes.
When you jump, you jump. And where you land, it's pretty obvious
There's-
what's going to happen. There's not this weird floaty, slidey kind of aspect. Like it's really, in my mind, like what everyone else should copy. and aspire to.
Hitboxing is impeccable in this game.
Well, it has to be.
Even if, well, exactly. But even if it's like brutal and infuriates me, there are games where hitboxing feels unfair. Yeah. And this is one of those games where it does not. Shovel Knight had the same thing where like the Shovel Knight hitboxing is so precisely on the head on, sorry, I have to belch after beer is so perfect that it doesn't feel unfair even when it's maddening that you fail.
I will warn. I know we've kind of alluded to it, but I think it's appropriate just to tell people right now, like, it is a hard game.
Yeah,
it only gets harder.
This might be the hardest game that we've covered. Would everybody agree with that?
Until we cover like Elden Ring or something, but yeah.
Well, see, okay, so that's interesting that you mentioned that. I think this is, and maybe it's because I've played a lot of the FromSoft games at this point. I think this is way harder.
Okay, I take back. I'm going to take back my statement. I want to say Hollow Knight is harder than Elden Ring, but not as hard as Dark Souls. I feel like Elden Ring is actually easier than Dark Souls. So I feel
it is.
Okay.
That's
cool.
objectively the case in my opinion.
So I feel like Hollow Knight is easier than Elden Ring, but harder than. Or wait, what did I say?
No, it'd be the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around.
I don't know. I struggle with platformers though, so this game was really difficult for me, and I haven't finished yet. I will continue it. I hit an inflection point. A few days ago, I took some notes where I was talking about how, and Brent, you mentioned this earlier, and maybe it was in the last episode, but like where you need to be able to play a game through to the point where you experience the entire story.
Yeah.
Like you play the game to experience the story. And if something gets in the way of that,
right,
sometimes it feels like it's an interference and not like if it interferes with your ability to achieve that, then it can be frustrating because maybe you feel like you'll never get to the culmination of the story.
Yeah.
And I struggled with that a little bit with this game because I don't know that maybe I'll get there, but I don't know if I'm good enough to beat this game.
I think you are.
And I excel at FromSoft games like, Elden Ring and all the Dark Souls games. I'm relatively good at those. And I beat some of the harder bosses in those. But this game really challenged me. And I hit an inflection point where I think I had developed enough muscle memory that I have just not played enough platformers at this level, like enough Metroidvanias, that I didn't have the reflexes to do it.
It's not like in Dark Souls and Elden Ring where you can call in help. Like, you are always on your own.
Yeah.
Which gives it that extra
little,
it
wasn't even about that. Well, a little bit, but also like grinding isn't quite a thing where you can't give yourself a little bit of an edge in this game, not as easily. You can get the charms, but they only get you so far.
Exactly.
So this is...
You either succeed or you don't.
And that's tough for me as someone who may or may not succeed at the game. I will play it as far as I can because I actually really have started to really like and love this game.
Yeah. I did not finish this one either.
Well, it's a really long game too.
Yeah, and
I really wish I could have like warned you ahead of time and given you like another month or so because it's very tough. Even
you're fine.
I mean, sure, there's speedrunners who can beat it in a few hours, sure, but like to get the full experience,
to really get the game.
Yeah.
Well, and so I guess what I'll say is I think it depends very, very much on because it is very hard. It is a difficult game, but I have way less trouble with the bosses in this than I do in, say, Dark Souls, right? Like in terms of, and again, it's just based on what you've played more, right?
Okay.
Like I've played a shit ton of like Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, Castlevania, like that kind of like side-scrolling action, Turrican, like that kind of game, Contra, those kind of games are like my like default setting. I just want to play some video game. And so to me, Hollow Knight is hard, but the things that
where I got filtered was more based on choices that I was making in the shops in terms of like character builds more than boss fights. Because the boss fights in this are very difficult, but I didn't find them to be filtering. I didn't find them to be like, this is where I stop now. I had trouble with the exploration side of it more than the fighting side of it.
It's very much for me like I mentioned during the Shovel Knight playthrough, where I needed to kind of think of it as a rhythm game.
Right.
And once you get, especially during boss fights, once you get the rhythm of the boss's moveset, and as in particular, the rhythm of the knight's attacks, like especially the down attack, if you get the rhythm for that correctly, you can just stay
satisfying.
You can just stay in the air indefinitely.
Yeah.
And my stupid fat short fingers made it hard for me. That was something that like Shovel Knight is easier for me because you can just hold down pretty much and you can keep that jump going. But I struggle a little bit, especially with like lateral jumping with the sword swipes. I had to develop a little more fidelity with my own stupid fat sausages to be able to manage that. Well, but I was getting better at it, and I am continuing to get better at it.
Well, and Shovel Knight, I feel like, is more tuned for the D-pad. Which means...
that's fair. Thank you.
For a Super Nintendo game, kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, it's tuned for the D-pad, where the intent is for you to be playing on the D-pad, and so to... in the same way that like Silent Hill or another game that's like Resident Evil, like where you're like the tank controlies games where you're like the intent is for you to be rocking back and forth.
I can't play these games with a stick. I have to play on D-pad for these games. Right.
Hollow Knight I feel like is more tuned for a stick. And so
I agree 100%.
Yeah, like you can. If I remember correctly, you can play Hollow Knight with a D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've been playing it the whole time.
I would not do that. I would play it with a stick.
If you play with a D-pad, if you happen to have an Elite controller, use the one where hitting a diagonal is a lot easier. Don't use just a straight. The rounded one.
Kinda, that would be fine. Yeah,
I realized the bottom right and bottom left combination was the sweet spot for lateral movement. And once I kind of got that, it has started to become easier for me.
Yeah.
It feels wrong to play a platformer with a stick to me for some reason.
I get it, but it's just an age thing, right? Like, I mean, Hollow Knight is absolutely...
What are you saying, Brent?
I'm saying Hollow Knight is absolutely like tuned for a stick, where I think Shovel Knight is tuned. Like, Hollow Knight doesn't want to be a retro game. Yeah. It wants to be a 2D game.
I would say Shovel Knight
wants to be a 2D game.
Yeah, so wants to be retro. It can be... It's more forgiving with your attacks. Where Hollow Knight, it wants you to be precise. And to get that precision, you need the stick.
It's the Celeste versus Super Meat Boy distinction, where Super Meat Boy hates you.
Yeah, well, yeah, it just hates you. Even before you even press start, it hates you.
It hates you. It's angry at you for playing it.
Game, fucker.
You stupid piece of shit.
Whereas
fucking asshole buying this game.
Whereas
your fault he doesn't have skin. Fuck you.
Whereas Celeste is like, you did pretty good, buddy. You're okay. That's all right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you're doing great. I'm gonna slap you around a bit, but I mean, like, come on. You're doing good.
It's more like my dad, where he's like, you fucked up, but I still love you.
It's like a personal trainer at the gym when you're learning how to box. He's like, you're keeping it good. Wham!
Hits you with the right cross.
You're great. Come on, keep coming back, dude. You gotta get buff somehow.
Celeste, I saw you canceled your subscription, bro.
Yo, where you at, bro?
That's because I was bleeding from my ear for a week.
Get enough protein?
Can you hold my hair back, bro?
But yeah,
thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Hollow Knight doesn't fancy itself a retro revival game, and so I would absolutely play it with a stick.
I feel like they're trying to establish themselves as what a modern platformer should be.
Yes, 100%.
Yep. And they're
correct.
They've done it. They've absolutely done it.
Yeah.
Other games have yet to hit that mark, and it's such a tiny team, and yet they can't even get anywhere close to the sales of this game let alone Silksong, which the sales were so fucking high, it was crashing entire sites. And this is a fucking 2D platformer Metroidvania game versus, all the other AAAs. The AAAs wish that they could accomplish such notoriety. They just can't do it.
That is an amazing "what year am I in" moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But did they spend $300 million to appease their shareholders? That's the real question here. Why doesn't it look realistic?
Why do these bugs look like bugs?
It looks like a cartoon. People don't like cartoons anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People,
they want tits.
Scrap the whole damn thing.
Yeah. And to JJ's point, I really...
People only like Marvel Cinematic Universe films. We've proven it by only releasing Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
You get into a boss room, and then you're like facing towards the door, and Hornet says, "He's right behind me, isn't he?" Coming in hot!
So, I like how the insects...
We do need more stupid jokes.
We need more millennial humor, dude. That's what this podcast needs. God, we aren't going to attract any of the youngsters, but... Funny
JJ did bring up a point like how the bugs look. I really enjoy how they took their own interpretation of how these bugs look in this universe.
They look like
some
Pokemon.
of them look closer to what they... Yeah, they're cute, but some of them are like... You're like, oh, that was originally supposed to be a rhinoceros beetle or whatever.
Right.
I love that. And then they tank them out in like big, thick plate armor. It's wonderful. But I also love the, almost, well, not colored pencil, but like kind of the like grease pen / chalk,
yes.
like kind of pastel that they use to color all of it, but almost very finely at that. Like that's the texture they used almost, but they stayed within the lines. It's very, very...
I love the big, thick black line work around every character. It's so good. It's so good.
And that can become...
You said big, thick black. I look over at JJ's like...
line
I
work.
love
Art.
big, thick, black...
veiny, throbbing...
line work.
Go on. Go on.
Sorry.
Line work.
I thought we were talking about women. Okay.
Big, thick, veiny, black, throbbing women.
I like my women drinking lots of water. Their veins are nice and protruding. And also lots of working out and stuff.
I want to know what a throbbing woman looks like.
This here's my throbbing gal. Nice and veiny she is. She's real strong, baby. Came out sideways. She didn't even flinch.
Didn't scream or nothing.
Didn't scream or nothing.
She's small and skinny.
But she's real strong.
Real strong.
My thick, black, beautiful, veiny girl.
Slams truck door.
My type of gal right there.
I carry my livestock home on my shoulders.
Throbbing women.
You did start talking. You said hard like 15 times in a matter of like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, you're talking gameplay mechanics. I can't say anything. All right. Sure.
Hey, this game
this
also
is our
has...
friend JJ.
Yeah, sorry you met him already. Just the mic
You guys
disagreed.
You painted me a beautiful picture, and I just had to comment.
Oh my god.
At least we mentioned you multiple times in the show. So.
We talked about you so many times.
Yeah.
It's
usually in the form of like, that son of a bitch, JJ.
You painted me a nice old diorama in my mindscape, and this is why I listen to this podcast.
Oh my god. Throbbing.
Threaten me with a good time.
That's going to be on our t-shirt one of these days. Like our
Throbbing
word,
women.
our word
Hell
cloud
yeah.
t-shirt.
We'll get like 5 or 6 fans' asses kicked.
Yeah.
Can I is it possible to have like an animated GIF be one of our emotes?
Can I get like a black lady and have her go up like
I'm
bigger
gonna
and smaller?
I'm gonna say unilaterally no.
I feel like we'll get in trouble for that one. Maybe
The second you put a black woman as one of our emotes, we have lost. We have
okay,
lost
all right.
the fight.
You say that is fair. No, that's. I apologize.
In any context, I promise you.
I apologize in advance for all the terrible things that might happen. Okay.
You painted me a beautiful picture. I don't apologize for anything.
No.
I like my throbbing black gals. Or black gals in general. Whatever.
I want to really quick, just like, because you guys said you haven't beat it yet, and that's fine. And maybe you haven't discovered where you're at in the game, because it's really easy to stumble into the DLC without knowing it.
Okay.
There's a lot of fucking DLC for this game.
Yeah.
That's just in the game automatically.
Yeah.
When you get to the really cool like start screen with that really creepy music, that's just dope as fuck. Like in the bottom left, or is it the bottom right? It shows like little weird colored icons. That shows the DLC that's loaded.
Yeah,
so
and I've got all the things.
Yeah, you have all the things.
All the things.
I would say, at least for me, the hardest difficulty. I mean, there's obviously way harder DLC, but the one you're obviously going to run into first is the Grimm DLC with the weird circus dude rules in the town. Have you guys got that far yet?
No.
That shit's fucking hard.
I've been playing for a little while. It takes me a while to make progress.
Okay.
So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm getting better at it, and that's probably the key. Is that I need to build more of that the reflexes that you guys have kind of built in already.
Yeah. Eventually, a fucking full on circus kind of rolls into dirt mouth, and
nice.
It's a whole thing. Have fun.
The hardest thing that I've run into so far,
like a traveling circus. It's actually circus. It's really fucking cool. Sorry, go on.
No, you're fine.
The menagerie
is like bottom.
It is
like bottom of the map, slightly left center. There's like a hive that feels like it's like hornet-ish. Like they're like waspy kind of. Critters.
Oh yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, because like the boss fight is like between three. Like wasp creatures.
Yeah. And I was like, this is a little challenging. Like this is like, it took me like several tries.
I want to say it might be the fungal waste, but it might be Queen's Gardens.
Is it the fungal waste? I've been there and I don't remember.
Because I know there's a city at the bottom of the fungal waste.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where Brent's talking about that's where the
and there's like and they're like way more aggressive enemies than you've run into up to that point. But yeah, no, I like that a lot. That was a cool, and there's like a lot of like hidden extra shit you can pick up for your character down there. Like that was cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's the city at the bottom of the fungal waste. Because there's a fungal waste where it looks like shitty and, fungal. Yeah. But then suddenly you get to, like, this weird town.
And it's totally different.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah.
That's the one. Yep. Yeah. That part was really cool. I really liked like I mentioned, there's, like, a bottom right part of the map that has, like, this, like, steampunky kind of city with these, like, flying guys. That have like throwing lances. That part's really cool.
So probably like City of Tears or Kingdom's Edge, one of the two.
I think it's City of Tears. And then top right, there's like a mountain area.
Crystal Peak with all the pink shit.
Yeah. And that part's hard as fuck.
That's pretty fucking... That is frustrating, even if you have like all the upgrades and whatever.
That part was hard.
Yeah. Because it's like... They have attacks that continue. So it's not like, they throw a knife at you or whatever. Like, no, these are like beams of lasers and shit that, like... So if you're in the middle of a fall, usually you can grab onto the side or double jump, but that's not going to save you because their little stupid beam attack is still going. So it's a little bit harder to dodge.
Is it kind of a ghouls and ghosts kind of like where if you've committed incorrectly, you're kind of screwed?
No, because
I'm not that far.
Your character is very mobile.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And like, so there's, and that's actually one of the things that I
so
feel.
you guys haven't got like probably even the double jump where you get like a little set of wings and you like they appear and go woof, and like
I don't have the double jump. I have the.
I don't either.
Oh man,
I have the
after
the
you
cape,
beat like
the
I know
cloak that like you get like the charge forward.
I'm pretty sure after where Brent was talking about with the weird little like wasp
Yeah, I've gotten
things. They give you like claws so you can like grab onto the wall and slide down. I think that's
cool.
what you get after that. But like the wings are very super crazy helpful. There's so many like Crystal Peak, how to access certain areas out of that. There's one where when you're latched onto a wall, you kind of hold the attack button and you kind of do like a charge and then you shoot off like linearly off the wall continuously. That's a lot of fun. I love that little permanent upgrade. Then like down slams and shit like that. Like the game gets so cool. So if you're only a few hours into it, please play a few hours more, because some of the upgrades and attacks and weapons and charms you get, it's just
I'm gonna keep
so
going.
fucking cool.
Okay,
like, have any of you guys been to the Abyss yet?
no.
Or what? I think it's the Junkyard. That's another one too. Again, more or less human influenced kind of stuff.
I haven't.
Or is it called the Junkyard? The Junkyard is what JJ calls his penis.
So what
The
else?
junkyard. Yep.
What I'll say is that I'm not a Metroidvania guy, and we've talked about that on the podcast. Although, hopefully, most of the people who are listening to this have not listened to that episode, because that was episode like 2 or 3, where we talked about Super Metroid. Not a Metroidvania fan, but if I was going to recommend a Metroidvania to somebody, if they seemed like that was going to be a genre that they would like, this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the best one.
Save all the grubs too.
Yeah. Yes.
They're so cute.
They
love
are adorable.
I want a grub plushie.
Yes. I love
They're adorable.
And that was
that
one of the
down,
things
the
that like
birthday
I just
things
kind of like
weird.
randomly stumbled
Thanks, man.
into, where I was like, oh shit, there they all are. And I was like,
Well, and like before
then
you save any of them,
Papa comes out and like showers you with like
Yes,
charms
and
and
he's
gifts
so
and
happy.
shit because he's so
Yeah.
happy you saved his chillins.
but before any of them are saved, he's just up there sobbing to himself, and he's like so
Yes.
sad.
and you can hear him like the
Even
little,
from a
like-
distance, you can
the
hear him
little-
off screen.
And again, the voice acting in this, we'll talk about sound.
God
in a
damn it,
second,
Bernice.
But
God damn it, Bernice!
all right,
Low grade beaver tranquilizer.
do we want to talk about graphics and sound real quick, and then get out of here?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. We've mentioned it before, but this game has some of the most just stupid beautiful 2D art that I've ever seen. And it also has some of the most lush, deep parallax scrolling with 18 layers of backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane. It's insane given the size of the team.
Yeah.
How
Like Queen's Path, and I think it's like Green Gardens or something where it's more of the lush environments where
Yes.
you really see like those extra layers
Yes.
really stand out.
it's
Just the like when enemies go through, and then mixing it in with like more practical effects of like when a soldier or a caterpillar or whatever goes through the area, and you see like leaves fall off of bushes and growth. Like those areas really stand out.
well, and it's so funny because so recently Ubisoft released a Prince of Persia 2D Metroidvania game, and they released it, and it was like they sold it like full price game. And I heard a lot of people kind of go, well, it's fucking, it's like Sands of Time or Tides of Time or whatever. I can't remember. I didn't play it. Might be great. So take what I say with a grain of salt here. But I heard a lot of people kind of go, well, it's a 2D game. Why are they releasing it as a full price game? And my head immediately ran to Hollow Knight. And it's like, just because a game is 2D doesn't mean it doesn't have an insane amount of like work put into it, love and care and artistry put into it, because Jesus Christ, Hollow Knight is insane in its graphics. Yes.
Just a quick aside so we don't sound stupid. They weren't little wasps or whatever. It's Mantis Village. They're
Yes!
mantises.
That's the one.
It took me a while
Thank
to find
you.
it. Yeah.
They're like...
Yeah.
Thank you, JJ.
It's
You could be lying to me,
it's,
and I have no idea.
it's Mantis Village. At the bottom of the funnel waste, we got that, but I'm trying to think what
Yes.
kind of bugs they're supposed to represent. They're mantises,
so
not wasps.
aggressive.
Very
As our
aggressive.
mantises.
As our mantises.
As our
And
mantises.
you know what? All three of them, in the boss fight, they're female mantises, which are the aggressive
Well.
ones. Well, yeah, because.
But do you even care if the mantises don't throb?
Well, if I don't know, are you going to bite my head off?
Oh, so he does know.
If I had a drum set here, that'd be...
But
That's in the basement.
rim shot.
Oh, I want to get on your child-sized drum set to do this.
We just hear it
My
from
back.
another room.
Yes, but I'm sorry, Brent. That was bothering me. I had to.
No, that's great.
Mantises.
And like that's every time I hear somebody say like, "Oh, like this game isn't a
This
This
game is a
game-
rare.
this game isn't as much of a value as this other one because it's 2D, and so therefore it's like indie and cheap and low budget." And it's like, okay,
Go eat paint chips, dude. That's your opinion.
Yeah, go.
Yes,
go
go eat
write
paint
down
chips.
your opinion on a piece of paper,
What the...
and then you go outside with it, and you kill yourself.
This isn't FIFA. What the fuck?
I have
what
a
the
story.
fuck? This is just Minecraft.
I have a story for later, but anyway, and it's like, dude, like this game had so much love and energy put into the art, and it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole take on the visuals of this game. It is lush in a way that very few games are.
One. Okay. I don't know if you talked about this yet or not. It's one thing that I actually know about this game.
Okay.
Yeah, but go figure. I have a cool fun fact about this.
Was it built in a 3D engine?
No. It was
Because I talked about that earlier.
one of the first posts they ever made about this game was on Reddit.
Yeah.
And somebody posted like screenshots like, "Hey man, I'm making a 2D side scroller. What are you guys thinking of my game?" And people were, this is before, of course, it got famous. Like they're working on it. And people were like, "Oh, another Metroidvania game. How original," not knowing that this is going to blow up to the size it was going to be.
Right.
It just blows my mind that
That's
people
amazing.
you see that and be like,
But
Hollow Knight.
Shitting all over it.
But keep in mind their newest game, Silksong, which again was so popular it crashed like the PlayStation Store, Microsoft's website, a bunch of shit. This little indie game.
People
The
bought it
whole
on Microsoft?
56K modem
But
that
you know
Sony
what I mean?
uses for their...
Yeah, well, like Steam. Well, I mean, like Microsoft, because it's not like the Xbox Store anymore. It's Microsoft Store, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, but it's still like they call it the because Microsoft has to put their fucking name on it. It's not the Xbox Store anymore. It's Microsoft Store.
That's fine.
But even Steam reported like they briefly closed too. Nice fart, dude.
Thank you.
Bullfrogs in your garage.
It had a
Someone
question
step
mark
on
at
a
the end
duck,
of it.
like fucking barking spiders. Insert other
Stolen.
dad joke number 10.
That ain't a bug.
Walls are creaking.
You just
No.
got your foundation.
So keep
Like,
yeah, but keep all this in mind. So Silksong, the newest game that crashed these big mega corporation sites.
Right.
So this like the newest game, even Hollow Knight, but the newest game, Silksong, sells for $20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not 60, not 70, $20 fucking dollars.
Right.
They are able to prove like, yes, a good development team can make this amazing, insanely lovable game,
Right.
and we can sell it for $20 and make a fuck ton of money.
Absolutely.
So it's so hilarious to see these AAA companies trying to pump out more of this shit and then absolutely fall flat on their face. And I really love Team Cherry for just really driving the point home. It's like, we're just doing what we like.
Right.
We're selling it for a third of the price, and we are still just kicking your fucking ass up and down.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And it is absolutely fine to just like make the game and make it on the timeline that the project demands, right? It's like Valve. Like Valve puts out a game when they have a finished game, right? And people laugh at them and go, "Oh, well, you know, they don't know how to count to 3." And it's like, okay, but when have they released a game that wasn't a fucking banger?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
They're pretty much running 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I did double check Hollow Knight right now, which I'm pretty sure includes all the DLC. $15.
Yeah.
Silk Song still $20.
Yeah.
Those seem like
So
fair
for
prices.
$35, you can have 2
Yes.
wholly good complete games.
Games that will
Incredible
take you
games.
literally hundreds of hours.
Yes. Yes.
It really will.
No, for sure.
I was going to ask.
Because I've put 30 plus hours into Hollow Knight and I'm not done.
Which is, I love that, by the way, because you normally, well, one of you guys, which one am I thinking of, hates platformers? Is it this asshole over here?
I don't
Yes,
hate platformers. I'm
it's
just not
still
good at them.
not
That's-
me.
that's
I
that
love platformers.
Yes.
I don't hate them. I'm just not good at them.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not your. It's not your
But
default. I'm gonna play
I
that.
do
game.
love that you
I'm
guys
working on it.
have really found love in this platformer,
Yeah.
especially Benny, who normally hates platformers. This is the game that would do it, though.
Yeah.
For
JJ.
any of those ignorant, maybe, dare I say, handsome people that haven't ever played this game before, how long do you think the average playthrough is going to last you for those awesome, cool...
I would say let's say you've played a Metrovania before.
Right.
I would say it would still probably take you, first time through, not using a walkthrough or anything like that, a solid, with all the DLC and everything that you'll no doubt stumble through without knowing, a solid 40, 50 hours.
Yeah.
Solid. Easily. Easily.
It's a hell of a.
That's
It's a
a
hell of a
quarter
game.
per hour, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My math could be wrong.
And that's just hitting the things I
That's not
think
bad.
you will hit naturally.
JJ,
But there's
every-
so many like DLCs and shit you probably won't run into just because you didn't run into it.
That's a good 37 cents an hour for gameplay.
JJ,
give or
why
take.
are you not just on this podcast?
It's your guys' thing, and I'm just like, I like being a guest appearance. Just a random chaotic
we
wrench.
need to just buy him a mic and like this is yeah. Okay.
You did say you're talking about Pokemon next time.
We're going to talk about Pokemon Leaf Rain.
Maybe that was the one. That I was
Oh.
I'm
thinking.
surprised you went with leaf green and not like blue, red, or yellow, like the original.
There's differences. There are.
There are and
Shut up, nerd.
it's Leaf Green.
Never.
Leaf Green to me is one of the very, very few examples of a remake that makes the original irrelevant.
I
Still
Omega
have-
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I thought did that, but
sure.
to your point,
No.
yes, I agree with you. I still agree with you. I still
yeah.
100% agree. But I
there's-
think
there's
Omega
just
Ruby and
not
Alpha Sapphire
many,
did
there's
it
not
more.
many like
Or did better, rather.
yeah.
The creme de la creme of those Pokemon remakes is Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
I won't disagree with you on that either. I think those are great. I'm just saying, me
Oh, boy.
personally, I'm a GBA guy. I'm a PSP guy. I love the like early 2000s handhelds, and Leaf Green is
It's really good.
it makes Gen 1 Pokemon.
Put your Diglets back in your pants for now. Save it for the Pokemon episode.
We will
need to get
talk
back to Hollow
about
Knight.
that. We will talk about that. Okay.
Let's get to the dismount. I got it.
Yeah. All right. So let's Kirk, do you have anything you want to talk about with music, sound, audio?
Yeah, obviously.
In general.
The only
It's so good.
we've already talked about like our favorite soundtracks ever. This one was right up there.
Yeah.
I think the only reason Fable won out was just because it's been out longer,
Sure.
and it's really hard to beat like Danny Elfman when he's on his A game. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
for
it's
sure.
it's iconic at that point. Hollow Knight really is right there.
It's
Like,
so
I always
good.
compare it to
So
everything else, and I always use the words hauntingly beautiful because I can't think of any set of words that could better describe the game than that. It's so well done without having without having to really do a lot. The music is simplistic, but it carries just such a tone and an atmosphere and just mood. You can't beat it. From area to area, it will change, but they do it so well, and they do it so perfectly, where it's not even really I've talked about background music versus ambient music. It really, like, it tight ropes that walk between background music and ambient music, and it does it so extremely well. And the mood is just it sticks with you, where you find yourself like humming the music after you get done playing it.
What is your favorite track, like, in terms of, like,
the start menu?
Yeah,
The dun, 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 like almost music boxy.
yeah,
It really
so good.
sets the tone of the entire game, where it's like,
Absolutely.
you're gonna be put into some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say like Green Path or what have you, which is really good. The Abyss really doesn't have a track.
No.
The Hive is boring. No, it's just, really the main
It's great.
title screen
Green
music
Path
is
is
wonderful.
really charming.
Yeah, that's what I like most about Green Path.
All right. Let's do our final thoughts, and Kirk,
JJ's a final thought.
Kirk, since you
That's a Squaresoft game that was unreleased.
brought
Super soft.
Super soft.
Unlike you guys, hey. I'll talk
Thanks, bud.
hard and hard.
Kirk,
Yes.
since you brought us this game,
Yes.
what is your final thought?
Please pick it up. Give
Yes.
Team Cherry some love. I know on my TMIGs, I got kind of grumpy because like Silk Song was in development for so fucking long. But obviously, they again prove time and time again these games together are a labor of love. They won't release it or DLC unless they feel like it is polished and it is finished, and then they listen to community feedback. I think like in Silk Song they said a couple of bosses, like the community was collectively like it's too hard,
Right.
and so they dialed it back. So it's a team of people that listen. They care because again it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
They want you to enjoy it, and you should. For games that are $15 and then $20, now go buy it right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Stop what you're doing. Put down your crack pipe and your baby.
No.
Well, have your baby hold your crack pipe for
Yeah,
you.
hold,
Right,
have your
right,
baby
yeah,
hold your
this
crack
is-
pipe,
let's
or
not
and
be
then
crazy.
and then drop your baby with the crack pipe, and then
Can I just drop my baby?
just drop your baby.
Okay.
It's fine.
You really have to have your priorities in order to play this game.
Drop
okay?
your baby.
Kids-
carry your crack pipe.
Kids bounce. It's
They
fine.
got them spongy skulls. That's fine. They
Yeah,
bounce
that's fine.
real good on the
Yeah.
hardwood floors.
That's how you know that you've inflated them enough, is that they bounce right back.
Mhm.
My brain done swelled when I was younger, and I'm fine.
No, really, I wish this game had more merch because I would buy it. That's one of the other weird things is that this game just really
Yeah.
hasn't. I admire that they're not gonna.
There's some fan gamer stuff, but other than that, it's not much.
They're not, even though I know they could get away with. I bet if they fucking asked Funko to make Funko Pops and shit and whatever, they could do that so
fuck
easily.
Funko Pop.
But they're just
Yep.
not gonna do it.
Good.
It's just them. They're not gonna do it. They're just like, at least come out with a T-shirt or something. I'd probably
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
buy that. But yeah, seriously, like, just buy this game. Just buy it. Even if it's not on sale, again, when it's not on sale,
it's
15
still
bucks.
cheap.
It's
Yeah.
super cheap.
You know, like when you look at games, even the most commercial trash, they're developed by and like programmed and assets made by probably gamers and artists and people who love the artistry of things, but ultimately produced by and driven by greed and money and corporate business interests. But when you look at something like this, you can tell that the heart of the production and the development was driven by gamers or people who appreciate the artistry.
Agreed.
And you can see where the priorities were there too, where like you put that in stark contrast and really made the point by highlighting the difference between that Prince of Persia game. And even if it's a good game,
which it might be
compared to Hollow Knight, like the price differential says everything about what they value versus what Team Cherry values.
Absolutely.
JJ, do you have things that you want to say before we start closing up the episode?
Yeah, please get your cock off the pop filter. Like,
no, I'm not going to be in the table.
Tables.
Table's pretty dirty. I don't know.
That's fair. I don't want to get that on there. Yeah, my thoughts. I will play this game.
You should.
You guys hyped it up with all your talks of going down to the bottom right. I don't know what's down there, but it sounds like a fun time.
I grew up in rural Missouri, so I lived in the bottom right.
Ew.
Oh boy.
Ew, Cape Girardeau.
Oh, gross. I hate Cape.
They have a what? White Castle there.
That makes sense.
They do. They have.
So does Columbia. You don't have to go all the way to the boot heel.
But I'm saying at one point in time, like that was the nearest White Castle was Cape Girardeau.
Oh.
One of the
until Columbia got theirs.
So what you're saying is the worst part of Missouri has the worst hamburger restaurant. Got it.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, but if you're gonna if you're gonna have diarrhea from anything, White Castle's not a bad one to do it for.
Or if you need to
who's ever gone to Cape and not gotten diarrhea?
There's apparently somewhere around that area, I believe, there's a winery that's based out of like a cave. So there's like a
I've been there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's in Saint Jean.
Okay.
Which I love Saint Genevieve. That's a cool ass town. Anyway,
are we gonna do our question?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me do my final thought real quick, and then we'll do our question. My final thought is, I'm just basically gonna echo what these guys said. Go play Hollow Knight. It's worth it. I actively dislike Metroidvanias, and I've put, like I say, 20-30 hours into Hollow Knight. It's a great game.
Just because this one fits the definition of the genre doesn't mean that it is necessarily like those other games, or that it has to obey the rules of those games.
And it's honestly,
or maybe what I should say is that it doesn't have to be limited by those definitions.
Sure. And it's for everyone. I mean, and by that I mean like it's not violent and bloody or whatever. Like literally anyone of any age can pick it up, and you're only limited to like how, because it is a difficult game. So if you're like if you have like a 5 or 6 year old, maybe don't give them Hollow Knight. But if you have kids in the house, be like, yeah, play Hollow Knight. Yeah. I'll keep them busy for a while and keep them, maybe you don't have to feed them supper tonight. And
that'll shut
because they'll be busy, and then they'll just go to bed. And
think of the savings.
Yeah, think of the savings without having to feed them because they're too busy playing Hollow Knight.
$15 for a few missed meals. Whew. And quiet time.
Oh shit!
It's a really great game, and I am a big fan, and I am glad that Kirk brought it to the podcast. I have.
Think of the savings.
Jesus Christ. I was trying to move past it, but Benny brought it back. Okay.
It's stuck in my brain.
Value. The kid might be malnourished. Domingo. Hollow Knight, woo!
All right. Sorry, Brent. Go for
Nick's
it.
Costume Warehouse.
Okay.
We kind of fucking costume out.
Everybody shut up!
Okay. Fine. Sorry.
Question!
God.
Sorry.
Fine.
You have a question.
All right.
Kirk brought us a question from Facebook.
Well, it wasn't me.
That's true. I said you brought it to us.
Yeah.
I didn't say...
But just to preface, the person doesn't have Discord and has no interest in getting Discord, so they sent it to me.
That's fine. I don't have Facebook, and I have no interest in getting Facebook, so I'm glad that
Rightfully so. Yeah.
Kirk brought it to us. Okay.
Good.
I love this question. Can I just say off the top that this is a great question because it's one of those questions that like my aunts would ask me because it's like both a real question, but also it kind of makes me feel bad about myself.
So a real question, yeah.
That's weird considering like the age of the person, because I happen to know the person who gave me the question, so it's like it doesn't line up at all.
But it does feel like something that one of my Catholic aunts would have asked.
No, this person is definitely younger. I can say that.
I believe this. You guys really seem to enjoy drinking.
Yeah, they do.
And it's very interesting hearing about the various places it comes from and where you've traveled to get it. It has definitely expanded my willingness to try new beers and spirits. I'm so sorry.
That's a good
that's
thing, because
awesome.
you get
That's
so
a
many people that
compliment.
get like locked into like, I'm gonna drink Bud Light because Bud Light. Like, no,
But-
go fuck yourself.
But probably not Baiju. That is correct.
You've
You
made
are
the
a
correct
smart
decision.
person.
Yeah, he's smart, intelligent human being.
Yeah. That said,
Lick concrete if you're curious.
yeah, if you lick some like recently cut concrete, you'll get
Go
the
to Home
whole
Depot,
vibe.
open up a bag of concrete mix.
Pour Everclear on some concrete mix, and you'll get the whole vibe. That said, what is your favorite beer and or cocktail? And what would you recommend a newbie to alcohol like me to try?
Marijuana.
Right, JJ.
Kirk,
Jesus.
Kirk, it starts off.
So, as it just so happens, if depending on when this comes out, I might have already talked about what I was drinking during the time of this recording. Boulevard Brewing, located in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri. Well, no, I'm just gonna say Kansas City in general because
not beautiful.
yeah, it's whatever. But Boulevard's pretty dope, and they do wonderful things for the city and community. But Boulevard's Irish Ale is out because
Yes.
it's like their St. Patty's Day beer, and
It will
if you
still be when we release
yeah,
this.
yeah. And if you've listened to the podcast long enough, everyone knows Irish Reds and Oktoberfest are my jam.
Yes.
And this one in particular.
And he married one of them.
Yeah, I did marry an Irish Red. Yeah, Boulevard's Irish Red is like my favorite beer of all time.
Sweet.
Or really any Irish Red for that matter. Some of them are year round, some are not. This one is not. It's a seasonal. So anytime it comes out, I buy the hell out of it. So if, wherever the hell you happen to be at in the world, if you can find yourself Boulevard Irish Red, which may or may not be possible, it's Boulevard's nationwide.
It's pretty
At this point, yeah,
when
it's
I
pretty
when I
available.
lived in Florida for a while, I could find Boulevard pretty easily,
Yeah.
which was shocking.
I was in
almost coast to
Minnesota not
coast.
too long ago, and I
Yeah.
could find it. And it
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
yeah.
It's a green box. Can't
I
miss it.
drunk off Boulevard in a hotel room in Minnesota
Yep.
not too long ago.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Did you there, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite beer is really any kind of Irish Red or Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That's my favorite beer, but my favorite beer is Boulevard's Irish Red. My favorite cocktail is a Manhattan Rye Big Rock.
Oh,
Or On the Rocks,
yeah.
if there is no Big Rock available. So, since I happen to be aware of this person and their age, some of the lingo may be new to them. So when I say I want a rye Manhattan, I'm referencing that I want to use rye whiskey in a Manhattan. A Manhattan is a staple whiskey drink that could be, usually used with some basic bourbon of some sort. I like mine with rye whiskey
Yeah.
As-
because there is a difference.
As is written the old man.
A
Yes.
Rye Manhattan is better.
Yeah, thank you, by the
Yes.
way. And I say, and there's different ways to drink certain drinks, especially when it comes to anything that involves whiskey. Usually, it's neat on the rocks or Big Rock, which is less common, but
Yeah.
becoming more common, honestly.
Agreed.
Neat means no ice.
Right.
Just so you know, so you learn. Please listen to what I'm saying, dear listener.
This will
So-
help
so you
you.
don't-
This is good too because you'll learn how to order drinks, which
Yes.
is helpful.
Thank you, Benny. Benny here is an actual bartender, so
Once upon a time.
yes, but a very, very
I
good one
also
at that.
was
That's
a
true,
professional
Brent was.
bartender at some point.
Thank you. So neat means no ice.
Yep.
On the rocks means ice. Big rock means usually a big sphere or cube where it's one big solid piece in your
Which
glass.
means less dissolved water in your drink.
Yeah, you still get it. Still cools your drink to the same amount as on the rocks, but it's less because of its surface area, less water that waters down the whiskey.
It's my favorite way to drink a
especially
a
rye
cocktail, especially a whiskey cocktail.
Yeah. In
whiskey
my mind,
cocktails
rye
specifically.
is best when it's chilled, but like not watered down.
Yeah.
So it takes away a little bit of that classic rye bite, but like, yeah. So yeah, rye Manhattan, Big Rock, or On the Rocks is my favorite cocktail. I'm not going to go into the other ingredients. You can figure that out as you grow up.
This is true. JJ.
My favorite recommended cocktail
Or
is
beer.
You take some ice and then you put some nice filtered water in it. Delicious. Go with that, young person. But if you're willing to be unhealthy and have fun with life and
That's literally what they're asking.
ruin yourself and body,
That's
then-
what they want.
Okay, fine. I have recommendations.
That was part of the question, Dick.
I
Don't
know.
make him feel bad.
Well,
Enjoying
It was part of the question.
enjoying yourself.
It's already implied.
use moderation is what I'm saying.
Enjoying what you
But-
drink is part of the enjoyment of life. For
If
some
you-
people.
My favorite cocktail
hold on.
is a good Michigan apple juice.
Ooh, that does sound nice. Maybe a nice sound. Okay,
Communion wine.
if you want some delicious,
While I'm praying to God.
delicious beers from everywhere.
Yeah.
I like the feel of Jesus.
in my mouth.
Shut up, JJ Dog.
Please, this is his fault, Kirk. This is his fault.
Yeah, he brought it on
Yeah,
himself, honestly.
I know.
Tell
That's
us.
true.
All right, yeah, go for it.
If you want alcohol, might
do.
I recommend a few recommendations from yours truly, the friendly neighborhood JJ. First one is, if you're in the Kansas City area, I do love me Pure Pills by Casey Beer Co.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
a good
beer.
one.
Yeah.
It is if if you know me, I do love me some Pure Pills.
great beer.
If I see it on tap, I'm like, oh, Pure Pills. Oh boy.
He's got the thrill for
So it's-
thrills for pills.
It's their take on a traditional pilsner, and it is a particularly clean and palatable one.
Yeah.
It's a good.
That
beer.
just describes every single Casey Beer Co. beer
No,
ever.
that's true,
It's
but
Germans trying to
Wow, it's
make
just
a better
clean and-
American beer, and they beat all the American
Yes.
And
beers.
they did wholehandedly
True.
because it's so good. Anything by Casey Beer Co., just all of it. Yes, please. If you are still in the Casey area and want something weird, I have two ones that I really like. First one, it's around springtime, give or take, and that is Free State's Garden Party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
good beer.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yes.
Yes.
Still the
Kansas City
area.
area.
It's like
Yeah,
a
that's
hot.
fair. It's
but also Free State distributes pretty widely, so their stuff is relatively accessible. I really like the Free State Ad Astra, by the way.
Storm
it's
yeah,
so
Chaser.
Ad Astra.
Storm
Chaser
Chaser
is
Ale is good
so
too.
good.
That one has hints of it tastes like a garden. I'm just going to say
Don't make
that.
your way through our list in one day, or you will die.
You will die.
This is true.
Spread this out across a few weeks, okay?
I listen to the podcast. I gotta go to the hospital. My liver exploded.
I gotta go to the hospital.
I didn't know the livers could explode, but they did. The garden party. It is delicious. It has hints of like,
It's pretty.
I would say
herbal.
basil,
Yeah.
cucumber, other floral, herbal
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah. Personally-
Really delicious.
Personally, it's not my jam, but hear JJ out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The other one
I have
is a very weird one. It is Torn Labels, The Witch. I don't know if you guys have ever had that or not.
I don't know. I like Torn Label, but I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
I've
like
had that
Torn
one.
Label.
Torn Labels The Witch is delicious because it's, I want to say, relatively high ABV. 6.2% is what this is saying. It has another one. It has a lot of herbs in it. A lot of them are kind of medicinal. I want to say it's almost like the whatever's in root beer that makes it
Is
kind
it
of
like a botanical kind of
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Sassafras?
I think it has like elderberry in it too. It has a lot of like old timey herbal
Okay. Hell yeah.
kind of notes and fruits to it. It is delicious. I freaking love it. If you are on the East Coast, there is towards the Pennsylvania area. Actually, it is in Pennsylvania, so yeah,
Oh, I know where you're going. I think.
maybe not. Trogs.
Okay, no, it's not where you were going.
Okay.
But still.
It is in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And they have a thing towards the Christmas time called the Mad Elf Ale. They used to have a list that you sign up for, that you would sign up for it and have to wait like 2-ish years for it.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It is stronger. I want to say it's like a 8+ percenter. But it has very strong notes of cherry in it. It's a cherry, like, strong ale to it. Holy mother of God. It is delicious. Otherwise, for beers, just try whatever. That's all I gotta say, because I just like beer. So there's like I could label you all sorts of beers that I really love, or I can label you the shorter list in beers that I didn't love. Oh, there's like 3 or 4.
Part of the fun is just in trying it.
Yes.
And then developing your understanding of what's out there.
Yeah.
Which sounds so pretentious, but like that is what I find fun about drinking beer. Or cider or anything, is like finding out what's out there and then where the things I love fit into that spectrum.
Thank you for saying that, Benny, because I happen to know who asked the question. So I'm just going to say the best way to drink anything is however you want to drink it.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
whiskey distiller will tell you the same thing. Any master distiller, if you ask them, what's the best way to drink this whiskey? They'll say however you want to drink it.
Yep.
Every
Tastes
last
good
one
for
will.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
If
so
they gatekeep you, then they have the wrong thing in mind for you.
if
Stay
you
away
ever-
from them.
Yeah, and if you ever meet anybody in your life that makes fun of you because of the beer you are drinking, that's probably not someone you want to hang out with.
Or the cocktails you drink.
Or the
either.
cocktails you
Absolutely.
drink.
If someone wants to call you, like talk about like girly
Unless it's
fruity
JJ,
drinks,
because then it's fun.
That's fair.
but because
But I'm a good old spirit.
slapping his thin-skinned ass is part of his kink. You're just kidding.
Then
But JJ likes being degraded, so
You are.
It's a whole other story.
no. But seriously, like
yeah.
just go to a bar and then look at the tab, order it.
Yeah.
That's
there
part of the fun.
are 3 other drinks that I like.
Oh God!
All right,
I really
come on,
recommend. I'm
whatever.
just like,
go for
okay.
it. Go for
The
it.
standard old fashioned.
Old fashioned.
Any
yeah,
old
old-fashioned's
fashioned.
good.
Well, not any, but just know that.
A good old
Yeah,
fashioned.
you don't want somebody mixing some random shit. They're like, I think that's an old fashioned. I don't know. Don't want to ask for this stuff around here. Stay away from that bar.
And not to gatekeep, like low, like well quality, like bars have different qualities of liquors, and they tend to categorize them by what we call like well. So like the lowest grade, call, which is like middle grade, and then like top shelf.
Yeah.
And so these are like the 3 grades of whiskeys. You really don't want any of these cocktails that don't have a lot of mixers in them from anything other than top shelf liquors, just because they don't have the refinement most of the time. So if you're going to have a cocktail that has more mixer in it, I find that call liquors are usually acceptable, like a gin and tonic. Yeah. But for an old fashioned, I wouldn't recommend anything other than top shelf liquor.
Agreed.
Personally,
Manhattans are the same way in my mind.
Yeah.
My general recommendation is if you go to a bar and you order a standard naming convention cocktail, whether it's like, I want a gin and tonic or a Manhattan or whatever, and you don't specify and they pull out a plastic bottle, that's not the bar you want to go to.
Very much so.
Right. Like you want somewhere where their well is at least a recognizable brand.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's I'm a fucking dirty alcoholic. I will drink anything. I also was a bartender, so I have very different weird tastes. I like a lot of very bitter, weird shit.
That's true.
But I will say, if you're just starting out, like learning about the world of like alcohol and its culture, I would definitely say if you walk into a bar and they say like, "Hey, I would like a Manhattan," and they pull a handle of, Old Crow, like, or Mark Twain out of the well, you don't want that. Just move on. Go to the next place.
The name Old Crow, I think every single time you've mentioned it today, you've mentioned it twice, my life has flashed before my eyes.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
It's a particularly offensive liquor.
Oh,
Yeah.
we started talking about Black Velvet. That's what brought it on. And then it's just like, oh boy.
I will say, though, you're ordering as far as ice is very important because, like
Yes.
in my instance of the Manhattan, if you order it neat, it may come in a martini glass. If you
Yeah.
order it on the rocks or a big rock, it's a whiskey glass or a rocks glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always make sure to call out how you want that because otherwise
Absolutely.
they may roll up with a martini glass and then you may look confused.
Here's a clear
That's happened to
shallow
me,
cup.
but it's just like, oh shit, that's right, that's my fault, that's my bad. So they probably just served it chilled or like although I wouldn't recommend that they shake a Manhattan.
No.
No, it doesn't need.
Which is
in fact,
why-
it wouldn't benefit from
No,
it.
No.
it would not. It
The
would not.
extra dilution would not help it.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
And but like
true.
the aeration wouldn't benefit the whiskey because I think
No.
that whiskey
Especially
does,
a rye
whiskey
in
does-
this case.
whiskey
You
does
do not
better
shake
when
a
it's
rye.
not
Breaks
aerated.
apart. When it's
Exactly,
aerated,
it
like,
will
it's-
lose
it's-
flavor or become too harsh
Yeah.
for what you're
Yeah.
getting from it.
And never be afraid. Like you brought up like G&T.
Yeah.
It's totally socially acceptable to call out the gin you want
Yes.
with the drink.
Yes.
So if you hear
Absolutely.
someone say a Bombay and tonic or a Tanqueray and tonic, those are both gins. It's the same thing as saying
Yes.
G&T. It's just specifying the actual gin you want. Totally normal.
And you're also well within your rights, and the bartender will appreciate you for asking what their call liquor is or what their
Yes.
top shelves are,
Yes.
so that you can get an idea of what you're going to pay and what quality you're going to get from the drink.
Yes, but knowing your age, you're going to probably want well.
Right.
So,
Everyone starts somewhere until you build
Yeah.
refinement.
I was going to say,
so
Benny,
if you're drinking McCormick McCormick gin,
Oh God.
yeah, that's
Ben-
fine. I would probably
well-
drink that in a G&T anyways because I can't drink that
okay.
shit any other way.
hang on. We haven't, Benny, you want to, like, we haven't let you do your, like,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
beer and cocktail recommendations.
Can I say one more? And then have
Yeah,
you-
go
have
for
you-
it.
Yeah, go for it.
The other one that I like, it's Kirk's way that he does the Bloody Marys. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
The trick is more vodka.
It is.
If
The
you
trick is-
nail a
it's
Bloody
that easy.
Mary,
Hated them before. Love them now.
it's one of the most powerful drinks. This is not one of the ones that I'm talking about, but a Bloody Mary is an absolute essential member of your drinking arsenal because it will revive you after a
Yes.
rough night.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much magic a Bloody Mary can work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it is,
Just
but
don't
it's
order
just,
at 9 p.m. at a bar. They look like
God,
you're
no.
fucking crazy.
that's
Yeah.
they're not
Never
for
ordered
night.
one when there's
Bloody Mary is something
no
you
sun.
order at like brunch or lunch or
Yeah.
what have you.
You need
you have to have the sun out.
You need
if
to
there's
the
drink
no
it
sun,
with
out,
the
what-
sun
what are
has
you
to
doing?
be out. Yeah.
You need it with eggs or pancakes or something like that. You
Yeah.
gotta have breakfast foods with
Yeah.
it.
Brunch.
It's a
or
kegs and
brunch.
eggs
Yeah.
drink.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. Okay, I'll rattle through this real quick because I've got a couple quick points to hit on my roadmap.
Yeah.
I'm going to list one that's kind of like a palate cleanser and like a little bit more, very slightly fruitier and sweeter. And you can get it anywhere, and it's probably not going to be too offensive no matter where you order it.
Yeah.
Everyone should know how to make it, and if they don't, you can describe it very easily. And that's a Cape Cod. It's just 4 ingredients. No, 4 ingredients. It's incredibly accessible. Anybody can make it, and it probably won't offend no matter where you get it. If you want something sweeter with a little bit of fruit in it, because it's got a splash of cranberry and some lime in it. If you're going for, like, I don't order those very often, but like it's an easy thing to have.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good one to have in your toolbox. My personal favorite liquor drink is an old fashioned, like JJ mentioned.
Yeah.
I drink rye old fashions personally with a big rock, like Kirk mentioned. I like a really dry rye because I think it brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Because a good old fashioned has
I bet the
Orange-
orange really comes out.
orange, yeah, exactly, the orange zest and like the rind of an orange.
Fruitiness sells it.
Even you can even put a splash of, like, I don't recommend triple sec, but like orange liqueur, just a splash is really nice in an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Then you've got usually like cordial cherries or actual, like, you could also use a splash of cherry liqueur. It depends on how sweet you want your old fashioned.
I wonder what that'd be like
And
with,
then-
like a,
It's sweet.
with like a topper of like Grand Marnier. I bet
Grand
that'd be
Marnier
pretty
is
dope.
another a good one for that.
that
It
sounds
works.
awesome.
It works nicely
getting
in an old
thirsty,
fashioned.
dude.
Yeah. And then the bitters, and I like different kinds of bitters. Like Brent made a drink with Angostura bitters earlier. This is just a type of liqueur that brings a punch of bitterness to your drink. It's just, you put a few drops in, and it punches up the flavor. It brings out some flavors, but
Bitters is like the vanilla of the mixed
yeah,
drink
it
world.
really is.
Yeah,
Or the
that's
ketchup.
that's a good way to put it.
on like on a good
Yeah.
steak.
Throw some
Like,
bitters on it.
absolutely.
Get some creme fraiche. I don't know.
And because of these, creme fraiche.
Anybody want creme fraiche?
And
Creme
because of these things, rye whiskey is my preferred whiskey with an old fashioned. I would say in this one exception or this one instance, if you're going to drink, don't drink a well old fashioned, no matter what.
No, absolutely not.
Done it
If
before.
someone's
Or
going
a
to
well Manhattan for that matter.
no, these
don't do
two
it.
these two need elevated whiskeys, arguably, because they will be too harsh to be enjoyed with cheaper whiskeys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then I will move on to if you're willing to drink just liquor alone, whether it's neat or on the rocks. I'm a big Scotch drinker.
Yep.
I can't recommend my favorite Scotches to most people because they taste like campfires, and most people don't like that. I love it. That would be like a Lagavulin or a Lafroig,
Right.
or a couple of others out there.
Ardbeg.
Ardbeg
Ardbeg
is
is
a
really
great
good.
one. Compass Box, Peat Monster.
I
But-
fucking love Compass Box.
But
pretty damn
these
good.
may not be accessible. So, like,
And
if
they're
you're going
probably
to
not
reach,
going to like them when they have money and they're in
No.
their 30s anyway.
Sure.
so if you're going to reach, if
So
you're going
not
to
this person.
if you're going to reach into
Not me.
Scotch, a good Highland Scotch, and not, I don't like Glenfiddich, surprisingly.
That's fair.
But like, there are some other very good ones.
Yeah.
If you go to your neighborhood bar, especially like your liquor store, you can often sort these, and they'll sort them by like their rankings in like whiskey magazines, and anything over like an 80 or 90% is probably going to be fine. But I love Scotch. And then for beer, I was actually going to list a Casey Beer Co. as well, because where JJ likes the pure pills, I love the Dunkel. It's
Not that I don't. I mean,
it's
good lord.
one of my favorite beers on the planet. But
Yeah.
you,
Good.
Literally 3 people in this room would walk to that brewery in our
Yes.
20s and fucking down entire giant steins of that bitch.
You went with
it's
us.
so good.
You did.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
a few
Brent,
times.
Brent's been
That's
there.
true.
A couple
I think
times,
the last
yeah.
time I was there, I was with you.
Yeah. I've been.
But-
many times. It's good. It's a good.
Oh fuck!
It's
Oh,
good.
I need to get back there so hard.
And-
Holy shit!
They've started canning that.
I think if
so
I'm with
can-
you, you'll be so hard.
You're always with me, bro.
I'm
They've-
always hard.
Yeah, and he's just always hard.
I
so.
should just
So
talk to a doctor
sweet
about
and
that.
gross. I love it.
Talk
So-
to a doctor about his hardness.
So anyway, Casey Beer Co. A lot of it's available in the Kansas and Missouri area because they started distributing pretty widely.
Oddly enough, not in Nebraska. Found.
Interesting.
Weird.
It's all the way on the east side of Missouri now,
Yeah,
but
it's in
it's
Iowa and
relatively
Minnesota,
accessible.
I think, but
Be a weird Nebraska.
everyone I asked, yeah, well, a lot of
More
people-
local.
I think Nebraska is just weird with their fucking laws, so a lot of people just
Yeah,
don't want to
that's
distribute
true.
there.
It's like
Weird.
Kansas.
For sure.
But they're in Kansas. We know they're in Kansas. Yeah.
The only other one I was going to list is
General.
definitely a more local. But if you're in the Kansas City or St. Joseph, Missouri area, River Bluff Brewing makes
Yes.
a blonde nitro called Gold Lion.
Yes.
Yes.
Gold Lion, it's unreal. It's unlike almost anything I've ever tasted anywhere else.
So good.
And
But
one of the
it's-
few places that can pull this particular beer off,
Yes,
too.
yeah.
It's not
Gold
easy.
coffee nitro.
Yes, it's like a coffee version of Guinness, but better
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
completely blonde. It's not black. It's
Well, just
unreal.
Describe to someone who doesn't drink beer or hasn't had that experience.
No, that's
it's
fair. Like the
this is
nitro
real
experience.
smooth.
So a nitro or a stout or whatever is usually like black.
Yeah.
Yep.
This
Dark,
is a beer
heavy.
that tastes like that, but you can see through the glass.
It looks kind of like a Bud Light, but with like the finest, most delicate foam on top instead of like. It's
It's one of my favorite beers.
if you can access this, it is sublime is like too strong a word, but it's real good. I really
don't know
love this
that
beer.
It is.
Decadent.
It's one of
kinda
my
is.
favorite
Yeah, it is
beers.
decadent. Yeah.
It is the nitro makes it nice and smooth, as with
so
any
good.
nitro beers.
It can make them
coffee of it,
dangerously
oh.
easy to drink.
and
Yeah.
it's only like what
Truth.
5-ish%.
It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
But-
it's a good session beer. It's accessible.
But if you look at it, it looks as if you're drinking any lager or pilsner, but it tastes like you're drinking a stout.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but better.
Which they probably have no idea what any of that means, but we can keep going.
All right. So I real quick suggestions, and then we'll get out of here. If you're like starting as a new grown up and you're like, hey, I see my friends, I see older people like in this world. So I used to be a bartender as well. I would say for beer, start out like you're probably already familiar with like a Bud Light, a Coors Light, a Miller Light, because at some point in your life somebody's handed you one of those.
The intro.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
the intro to Beer 101 that some people just never graduate from.
And
boomers.
Graduate, please.
And honestly, if it's 95 degrees outside and you just want something to have with your pizza, that's still a great beer. Like, there's no shame there. Please don't
camping.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't. Here's the thing. I am a big believer. Kirk said this. I think everybody's said some variation on this. I don't ever feel bad about what you like.
Absolutely.
Like what you like.
Although I did shake my head at Brent a little bit when he was saying it, because I'm like, I'm still going to judge you silently if you're drinking a Natty or Busch Light.
For sure. But
I'm going to be like, oh,
if you never develop a taste for anything beyond that.
But you need to drink it. I get it.
Yeah. But if you like what you like, don't ever feel bad about it. There's no secret sauce to liking something that's like more like complex or whatever. Enjoy what you enjoy. If you want to kind of move past that, the next thing I would recommend is drink whatever your local pale ale is. Boulevard has a great one here in Kansas City. Schlafly has a great one in the St. Louis area that I really like.
Schlafly has a lot of really good ones.
It's a really good brewery.
Like if you're like Dogfish Head has a great one on the East Coast.
Fucking Zipline outside
and you can
Lincoln.
get Dogfish Head. You can get anywhere too. Yep. That's what's nice about it.
So try like an
Boone
English style pale ale as like your like next thing past like an American lager beer that's like, and if you like that, awesome. And then past that, there's all sorts of different things. The guys have mentioned stouts and IPAs and all kinds of interesting stuff that you can go on past that. But like for your first step in beer past macro lagers, I would say try a pale ale, find one you like. They're all going to be slightly different based on what hops they use, what grains they use, which is basically like the flowers that they use to like give it the bitterness and floral qualities, and what grains they use is obviously what they use to give it the sugars that are fermented. I am a huge fan of Boulevard Pale Ale, which is our local Kansas City-based.
Don't dox us again.
Pale Ale.
I know we've already done. I just like calling
everybody
it out.
knows we're from Kansas City. That's in no way a shock.
Very obvious that we're around the Kansas City area.
For a cocktail, the very first cocktail that I would be like, hey, try this and see where you want to go, is Tom Collins, which is literally just gin, lemon, sugar. It's shaken and then it's topped with club soda. That's a great first cocktail because it's just going to taste like lemonade with a little bit of the floral juniper piney notes from the gin.
That's why I suggested the Cape Cod.
Yeah,
similar sort of approach with vodka. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Very similar kind of drink. Try that. If that's like an immediate turnoff, you will not like classic stirred cocktails because they're all going to go more challenging from that, and that's okay, right? Like this is a world that's like not necessary for you to jump into to be a happy, fulfilled, self-actualized person.
I would say try all the big headliners once, though, because they all have very different flavor profiles.
Although some of them depends on the time of the day and the place you're at. I'd be like, don't order a fucking screwdriver at 10 o'clock at night at a goddamn nightclub. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or don't drink, or like when a place is clearly busy, because I've done a little bartending stuff myself.
Sure.
Don't order a fucking Long Island iced tea
Yes.
when a place is packed. The bartender's going to
true.
look at you and be like, you can go fuck yourself. Otherwise, you better give me the biggest goddamn tip ever.
Don't order a Ramos Gin Fizz in a fucking like packed club at midnight.
wait,
Not
Don't
that there's
order-
anything wrong with ordering a Long Island iced tea. Just don't do it when a place is like packed, because that's a lot of bottle handling that you may not
Exactly.
be aware of that the bartender has to do.
I have a suggestion too.
Yeah.
Is if you're at a nice chill bar and you're just chilling out there talking to the bartender or whatnot, ask them what's
Yes.
That's a good-
one of
Yes.
your like
Absolutely.
favorite drinks?
Honestly,
They
a
will tell you what
bartender is
they're
like
good
these.
a bartender is a modern day guidance counselor in a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of ways
Yeah.
too.
And they will tell you what they're good
Friend
at
of many.
making, and so
Yes.
you'll get the better drink that they know how to make well if you do that as well.
Absolutely.
And not only that, if you're in a new area, your bartenders are going to tell you all the cool shit in the area. There's so many times I've been out at a place with the wife, and she's like, "How'd you know that?" I'm like, "I asked the bartender."
Yeah.
That is an actual thing that
So-
has happened on multiple occasions.
The
Absolutely.
A
restaurants will,
bartender is going to know everything.
the restaurants will tell you all the best places to drink, and the bartenders will tell you all the best places to eat.
Yes,
Because they know each other,
absolutely,
they are friends with each other, they're sleeping with each other in a
All-
lot of
they're all-
cases.
they're
all the
fucking-
industry
they're
people,
all fucking.
all the industry people are fucked up and
They're all
drinking
banging.
and fucking each other constantly,
Yeah.
and that's just
But they know where
They
to
get off
get the
work
good
at 2
stuff.
a.m. and they're all fucking.
But they're
all of them.
real.
exactly.
They're people just like us.
Yep. So
Cool.
yeah,
pretty
that would be my suggestion. Start there. That what Kirk said was a great suggestion. I remember there's this place in St. Louis that I love. Oh, if you're ever in St. Louis, there's a place called Hardshell Cafe. It's off of Geyer Street in Soulard, and it's this amazing.
That sounded like a different
Cajun.
language.
There's this amazing Cajun restaurant, and that's attached to this shitty jazz bar, and the like 45, 50-year-old but still very attractive bartender gal will pour you this drink that she's made that tastes like pistachio ice cream and talk to you about your problems, and do that. That's my recommendation. Fuck all this.
There's more to that story. Okay, all right.
No, that's it. That's the whole story.
Her name was she's probably named Edith or something like that. Nice blonde hair.
I know Benny's probably itching to get out of here, but I want to wrap up one other little
Yeah.
easy drinking hint too. If you are trying to impress someone you're attracted to, I don't care if you're attracted to a dude, girl, whatever. I don't care. Be a wood
Right.
nymph. I don't care.
Your person.
If you're trying to impress somebody, an easy way to do that in your particular situation is
have a
to
big
get your
cock.
hands on, find an Irish whiskey. It could be Writer's Tears or Quiet Man. There's a lot of Irish whiskeys, and it makes you seem sophisticated.
Right.
Drink it however you want to drink it on the rocks. Neat. That's a great thing about Irish whiskey. Fucking drink it however you
can
want.
drink it however, yeah.
But the thing is, if any of your asshole friends want to mix something with it, you want to make sure to call them out. Be like, no, you don't. That's sipping whiskey. That's not mixing whiskey. Because that's true.
It's true.
And can anyone else in this room tell me I'm wrong?
No.
No, that's
not.
sipping whiskey. That's not mixing whiskey. You're gonna pay a little bit more, but it makes you seem a little bit cooler, like you know what you're talking about. And chicks dig that, or dudes, whatever.
People dig that.
People dig that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
JJ's giving me the I'm gonna fuck you eyes.
All right, we gotta get Benny out of here.
Yeah.
All right, hey, if you like what we're doing, shit, fucking, no, we did the question. If you like what we're doing, check us out on YouTube and Spotify and Discord and Amazon and
Apple Music,
Apple Music,
I think.
Probably.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
I really have no idea. And other things. And we love you. And-
Pornhub. We're gonna post on there too.
Pornhub.
Sure.
Remember?
Absolutely. Yes. And I'm making a heart gesture at my microphone because I love you and you're special and important to me. And to
Give us more questions.
more questions.
But I did.
And
Don't dox yourself.
Yeah, don't dox yourself. You could be any of the various people that asked questions. And so we love you, and we hope you had a great New Year and Martin Luther King Day, and that you're having a good, cold, shitty winter. Maybe it's nice where you are.
God damn it! Just say bye already.
And we like you a lot. And keep listening to our stuff.
I'm gonna throw some at him
because we're so
desperate.
alone.
What is wrong with you? Jesus,
dude, you're lying. Just say bye.
We're so alone
I love you, Brent.
and sad, and we
I'm here for
really
you.
appreciate you.
Bye. There.
Play him out.
Play him out.
I have to piss.
Or whatever the song is.
That's a picture. That's it.
Right on.
That was fun.
Curve, he's the star of the show. Curve, he's the one you should know. He's got more than you think. He's got maximum pink. Curve, he's the star of the show. He's coming right back at ya.
Kirby's Dream Land is a classic. I think you'd actually like Kirby's Dream Land.
Well done.
That was dope. Don't do that again, though.
You could.
You did so good, and I'd like you to never do it again, please.
I love the
Thank you.
DDD voice they have in that show.
Yeah.
That Kirby.